9-year-old girl and a 9-year-old boy engage in a conversation. We hardly pay attention. Well, if we're especially into kids, we might say, "aw." But when we see a friendly exchange between two 15-year-olds, we start to gossip, giggle, or worse yet, bully and embarrass them. Why? Why do we think a friendship between two teenagers is so strange and must be a romance? What breaks us when we become teenagers? Why do we become so boxed in? Or maybe there cannot be a friendship between two teenagers and there will always be an element of love in the air. Teenagers spend most of their time at school with their peers or out with their friends, so friendships impact them almost the same amount as their parents. Usually, we ask our friends questions we couldn't ask our parents about. And well, they give us good advice, so we listen to each other and follow each other's patterns of behavior, thus locking ourselves in the world of our own perception of right and wrong. I decided to research this topic and ask other people to make it unbiased. So, what are the differences of boys and girls that put them at the opposite side of the spectrum? Are these differences lie in our brains and their developmental patterns? Or are they more social? When we think about differences of boys and girls, we think that if we know a person's gender, we know a lot about them. Or people stereotype like girls are more emotional and physically inactive, or boys are more physically active and tend to be more aggressive. But is it true? For example, let's imagine that you're sitting in a park and watching some kids play. In your mind, you're imagining. So, the boys are running around, playing, fighting, having all kinds of fun, and they look like they've never run out of energy. And the girls, well, they're probably walking around, talking to other girls, or playing with their toys in a sandbox. So you would think that this is how they're going to be for the rest of their lives. But with time, that once loud boy might become the best student in his class and excel in all of his studies or enjoy talking to his friends more than anything else. Or that once quiet girl might become the loud troublemaker no one could imagine her being. And also, by that time, girls and boys start getting along together better, and they start hanging out and going out together. With puberty, interests change a lot, so they start having similar interests, and some girls might end up having more boyfriends, and some boys might end up having more girlfriends even. And this brings us back to the question, can there be a friendship between two teenagers without the element of love in it? I asked the audience what they think about it, and this is what we got. 5% said that yes, there will always be an element of love in their relationship. 10% said that no, there is never love in their relationship. And more than half said that it really depends on the situation. We can make some conclusions born from this, but questioning the audience wasn't really helpful. Though I know, and it is your behavior that made me research this topic. What I can say for sure is that for us teenagers, everything is emotional. We share our secrets, we spill secrets, and we get hurt. And there's always some drama going on, but not necessarily because we are in love, but because we are emotional and everything feels so fragile. And that happens because changes in the teenage brain during puberty primarily affect motivation and emotion, which manifest themselves as mood swings or conflict with elders. So in recent studies, it has been discovered that what we would usually blame on teenage behavior and hormones is actually the inability of the immature teenage brain to assess information properly, and this gets us into trouble. So it's not just the hormones to blame on for all the stupid things teenagers do. I decided to ask the people if they care what other people say about them when they're friends with opposite gender, and this is what I got. Most of them said that no, they don't care if they're friends with other people, and they don't care what others say about them. But almost half of the people said that yes, we care if our friends are making fun of us or anything. I think we should be more understanding towards our friends and should not gossip or ruin their new bubbling relationships or just simple friendships. We should remember that the goal of every relationship doesn't matter if it's friendly or romantic, is to spend time with a like-minded person, putting aside all the differences, either they're mental or physical. We should remember that maybe in 10 years, you will think about something your friend said and you'll be thankful for it because it will help you. It is a big disadvantage to limit yourself to only one group or gender, because then you would be limiting yourself from so much information and new perspectives. In conclusion, I think that if we start overanalyzing our emotions, they will just drag us deeper down. That's why we should take things as they come, and if they're positive, Let's not care what other people think or say.